Hello everyone. This video will be a continuation of the previous video of simplifying context-free grammar. So let's see the examples. So I have considered here a grammar. S gives AB or AC, A gives AAB or epsilon, B gives BA, C gives BCA, D gives AB. On this grammar, on this context-free grammar, I am going to apply the two algorithms, remove unproductive and remove unreachable. First, let me show you all how to apply remove unproductive algorithm. So that's why you need to note the non-terminals and terminals. You need to know the non-terminals and terminals. So how to identify the non-terminals in the grammar? See, one thing is here I have given the grammar in this form. So from here also you can get the non-terminals and terminals, because G is normally represented as V, sigma, R and S. S is the start symbol of the grammar, and sigma is nothing but your terminal symbols. So we got what is terminal symbols, and we will contain non-terminals and terminals. That means remove the terminal symbols, you will get the non-terminals. So that means by now you would have identified what are all the non-terminal symbols. Suppose in the exam, if they have not given this, most of the time they will give you the grammar. In that case, how to identify the non-terminal symbols? So identify the symbols that are present on the LHS of the rule. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rules. In this, all the LHS symbols are non-terminals. So S, A, B, C, D. Okay. Next we have to identify the terminal symbols. How do I identify the terminal symbols? Go to the RHS, leave the non-terminal symbols, rest and epsilon. Rest will be your terminal. So in this case only non-terminal symbols are there. So that means we will not get any new symbols. Here also non-terminals. So you will not get any new symbol. Next, when it comes to here, there is A is a non-terminal, relieving that. That means only A and B. Here we have epsilon. Epsilon you can't consider as a alphabet or terminal symbols, because I assume that you know why, because epsilon can't be part of the string of the language. Next, BA. If you remove B is already written in the terminal. Next we come here, B and A, leaving C. So both are there already. Next finally D gives AB. So in this case AB is a non-terminal symbol, so we can't add it to terminal symbols. Now what is the next step? Next step is write the productive symbols. What are the productive? So initially all the terminal symbols are productive. So I can add A and B. Let's see which are the other symbols we can add it from the non-terminals. So first we'll go after identifying that productive symbols. Next we'll go on seeing the rule one after the other. Okay. It is always better to check for those rule which is having only terminal or epsilon on the RHS. So if you identify that, then the rest will be easier. But I will go here one after the other. S gives AB if you consider. Both A and B are non-terminal symbols, and which is in the unproductive list, which is not in the productive list. So AB also I cannot say that S is a productive. Okay, here remember, in case of unproductive variable, to identify remove unproductive, you have to check on RHS of the rule, and so that you can tell LHS symbol is productive. So AB is non-productive, AC also non-productive. So we cannot tell right now yes is productive. Later we can come back, because we couldn't decide it that yes is productive or not. So based on the RHS, we are going to decide yes as productive or not. LHS symbols are productive or not. Next we'll come to this. Here we have a mixture of non-terminal and terminal. As far as now, no non-terminal is labeled as or marked as productive. So right now we have only terminals. But here if you see only epsilon, because of this we can tell that A is productive. Because of this we can tell A is productive. So we got A. Next comes to next rule. Here B and A are there in the productive list. B and A are there in the productive list. So we can say that B is productive. I can add B also into the productive list. So now coming to BCA. I'm not sure about C, so I cannot tell C as productive. So next AB both are productive, so I can tell D is productive. Add D into the productive list. Come to S gives AB. So here this particular part is completely productive, so we can tell S as productive. S as productive. Now not sure about C again. Again let's come back to C. There is again this one rule is remaining, which cannot be told that it's productive or not. So we can tell that C is unproductive. So the rest of them, that is S has been added, A has been added, B has been added, then D has been added. C we could not add it to a productive list, so we can say that C is unproductive. So the final grammar we get is, that is G dash we can get is, or you can label it as R dash and then you can represent in terms of G dash. So G dash we can represent as S gives AB, S gives AB, A gives AAB or epsilon, B gives BA, C gives B, C and A, C gives BCA. But according to the rule, according to the remove unproductive algorithm, C is unproductive. That's why we cannot add C grammar, that is we cannot add C symbol into the grammar. So that's why we have to remove, whether it is in the LHS or RHS, we have to remove everywhere the C symbols. So that's why here I have not added AC. So C gives BCA we cannot add, as C is unproductive. Directly we can write D gives AB. This is what I got after applying unproductive. Remember, once you get that C is unproductive, we have to remove the C symbol from everywhere, LHS as well as RHS. So next, for this grammar, whatever we have obtained, let's apply remove unreachable. Let's see now how to obtain grammar from the remove unreachable algorithm. The grammar what I have considered is, already I have written this is grammar. This grammar I am going to take it as now G dash. Okay. So now, according to the remove unreachable grammar, first add star symbol into the reachable set. In this grammar, star symbol is yes. Then which are all unreachable? All other non-terminals are unreachable. So we have right now here S, A, B, D are the non-terminal symbols. Leave S and we get A, B, D as unreachable symbols because S is being moved to reachable symbols. So initially star symbol is always reachable. Now if star symbol is reachable, S is reachable, then what we can tell? Go to its rule, go to the S rule, go to the non-terminal S and its rule and see the RHS, all the symbols, all the non-terminal symbols on the RHS, you can make it reachable. That means A and B can be added here. Now A and B can be removed from the unreachable set. Next come to A. A will not give you any new non-terminal symbols so that we can put it to reachable set. So B also will not give you any new non-terminal symbol which can be put into reachable set. Next coming to D, we have not got D as reachable yet. D has reachable, so that's why we cannot add D rule into the grammar. So we have to remove D from the grammar, and grammar will now contain only this. S gives AB, A gives AAB or epsilon, A gives AAB or epsilon. Next B gives P. Next B gives B. So this is what we got after applying a remove unreachable algorithm.